And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for this past Sunday's episode of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Season 6, Episode 8. Now that we know that Sarah Lance is a clone, but she is back with the Legends, everything kind of goes somewhat back to normal. Ava finds out the truth. She doesn't freak out, which I was surprised at. And Sarah's still not comfortable with telling the whole team right away, but she had to tell Ava, due to the fact that she was engaged to Ava in the previous episode, which was like the best thing they ever did. So I was happy about that. So they decided to go on a mission, just like old times, just to see what's going on. So the team ends up traveling back to the old Western time, back when you walk into a bar, fights always break out, gun shoots, and all this and that. But when they get to the town, something's very off about this town. It's very different. Now, normally when you go in the Western times, the saloons or whatever it is, always you got people spitting, you got people throwing things, bars, playing poker, beating up people. No, but in this bar, there are rules. You can't fight, can't start riots, can't gamble, can only play normal kid games. It felt like they walked into a bar that was run by children. I mean, they had root beer, chocolate shakes at the bar. They had people playing goldfish for nothing, just for fun. And why is that? Well, apparently there's a giant worm alien that's underground that pretty much digs up gold for them to, I guess, keep the town happy. And if anybody gets angry or has frustrations, the worm will come out and take them and eat them. So they basically okay, the worm is here, it can kill us, but it can also help us get gold from this mine. So we do what it wants, we keep it happy, we get to be happy, and the whole town gets to be having fun. So you think this is a cool thing? No, of course not. Normally when you have giant alien worms that attacking things, there's always a price. Oh, sure, the worm is giving them gold in here and there, but still, how long can that last? And then, of course, Sarah Lance decides, you know what, I'm going to bring back the gunfights into this town, and she challenges, the main sheriff guy, who apparently, in the original timeline, the sheriff was a famous bank robber, and the bank robber was a famous sheriff in reverse. So, with the bad guy pretending to be the new sheriff, they have to change that. They have to make sure that goes back to normal because of what the alien's doing. Then they end up meeting a guy who looks like John Diggle, who's actually played by the actor who plays John Diggle. So that was cool. I'm not sure if this is the actual show he directed. I know the actor who plays John Diggle, he was supposed to direct some episode of some show. I know he was doing one for Supergirl, but I'm not sure if he did anything else for other, for any of the other CW shows. I'm not really sure. But I know he was going to be spread out throughout, some of these episodes, throughout these seasons. So, that was cool. So, Sarah Lance challenges this guy, or the sheriff, and, she gets shot in the head. Literally point blank right in the head. Everybody thinks she dies. And then she gets right back and pretty much terminates back into normal. Terminator 2's herself back into normal. Everything heals. And they pretty much save the day. Now that the team knows that Sarah's pretty much an indestructible clone. So they all think that's pretty rad. Which, by the way, I actually think that's kind of cool too. It does make Sarah a lot more badass than always. Sure, is she indestructible now? And it's kind of like, oh, really? Come on, really? They're going to make it like that? It's kind of cheesy in a way when you actually think about it, but also a cool way, because we always thought Sarah Lance was always a level 10, and now that she has these superhuman powers, she's in the scale of 150. So it's okay. I mean, let's face the facts. If Oliver Queen's character did not die, and his character, the show ended, but Stephen Amell was still going to play Oliver and pop up here and there, I'm pretty sure he would have kept the Spectre powers and used those things to shoot arrows out of his hand instead of having the bow and arrow. I'm pretty sure that would have been. So they decided to give the superpowers to the next best person. Sarah Lance, because we all love Sarah. She's been resurrected by the freaking Lazarus pit twice, so it's only a matter of time until she actually got powers. And plus, she is a Paragon as well, so it only made sense that she was gonna get these powers. And the whole clone thing, I felt that they didn't need to make it like, oh, she's not the real Sarah, but she's a clone. They didn't have to do that. They couldn't just say that, oh, she got experimented, she got powers now, and there's no way to turn her back to being just the badass that she is. They could have just kept that. It would have been more cooler, but they gave us clone Sarah. Now she's a clone, but now she's engaged to another clone, which is actually kind of hot because we both love we both love her and Ava together. So there's that. But that's how the CW is nowadays. They got nothing else to write, so you might as well. I'm pretty sure, and maybe next season, the final season of The Flash, Iris is gonna get super speed again. Caitlin got super speed for once. Frost got super speed. I wouldn't be surprised if Caitlin gets it too for one episode. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, that's how CW is nowadays. So we have to just either accept it and think it's either stupid or pretty cool. But at least with Sarah, we all like Sarah as a character. We all embrace who she is and how badass she is. So her being with superpowers now, it is pretty cool. So there's that. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you guys like this episode? Did you guys thought it was kind of cheesy? Personally, I thought this episode actually worked because it was fun to see the Wild Wild West in a whole different perspective. Normally when you see the Wild Wild West, you've always seen poker games, bar, people getting drunk at the bar, hooking up with the girls, get into fights, gunfights. It was nice to see that, oh, no, there's rules here. You can't spit, you can't gamble, you can't do this or that or that. And so it was a nice little pace that they changed it up a little bit, and that was actually cool, especially with the little twist at the end, with the whole, big giant worm that will come out and kill anybody who, has any kind of anger problems. And, even the team got a little heated with each other. But it all worked out in the end. They ended up fixing everything, and everything went back to normal. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good day.